Oh, hey, you guys. Didn't see you there. I'll be right with you, okay? Just working on this email that I need to send. Alright, and send. Fancy seeing you today. Haven't seen you in a while, but yeah, so joking aside, I have not come on here on YouTube in a very long time. I always mean to. I filmed quite a few things, but when it got to actually sitting down and, you know, editing things and whatnot, I just never had the time. And you guys can see I am in a whole new location. I am still in the same location, but I am just filming in my home office because now I'm basically working from home most of the time compared to going into the lab. But something happened that I basically have to come on here and, you know, tell you guys so you guys don't fall prey for the same thing. Alright, so what happened was I got scammed, and unlike all the other times where I have gotten scammed, in this situation I have not recouped a large part of my money. Okay, so all the other times when I have gotten scammed, I gotten all my money back, but this time it's different, and this time I need to tell you guys so you guys don't, you know, make the same mistakes that I have made. Now, the person that scammed me is an Instagram seller. She goes by currently Lux_official. I'll show you her Instagram page here. She used to go by SassyKimchi. Now, I have dealt with her in the past. I have asked her to source an item for me that was only available in Europe. Actually, it's kind of ironic because the first time I got scammed from using, or when I purchased something from overseas and I used the bank transfer app called Transferwise, I actually asked her for her advice, and now we're in 2020. It's 2 years after, or I think it's been 2 years after that first situation, and now she's the one that's scamming me. Okay, and this person came with references from none other than Jerusha Couture and Charis from LV Lover CC. So they are really big names in YouTube, in the luxury world, in the luxury community, and they dealt with this person, and so I thought I could also trust this person to basically transfer a lot of money to be able to get something in return. Anyhow, so Hannah is her name. She posted a bag that was from her personal collection on Instagram, and she said that she was selling it, and I inquired about it, and one thing led to another, and I basically purchased it from her. Okay, now there were, you know, pictures, but and what I should have done, but this is still not, you know, error proof or foolproof, is I should have gotten it authenticated before purchasing, okay, or before having it sent to me. But sellers could also send you fake pictures, and so what you have to do is basically authenticate the item when you get it in hand. So I purchased the bag for $3,500, and now this bag was not in perfect condition. There was large scratches on the CC hardware. There's also scratches, I want to say gouges, in the leather, and so it was not in perfect condition, but I thought it was still a decent price, and so I purchased it. Okay, now, so the bag was $3,500. The shipping, which I paid as well, she charged me $150 to be shipped through DHL. I also paid $350 in duties when the bag came to me, so she declared the full purchase value of this bag. Okay, so in total I paid about $4,050 for this bag. And I used, again, the well, for the purchase of the bag, I used Transferwise, and then for the duties that I paid DHL, I used my credit card. Anyhow, when I received the bag, I didn't have much time to carefully inspect it, and so I just left it to the side for a while, maybe a week or so later, and which is what I do whenever I do have some spare time. You know, I just take a look at some of my stuff, and you know, at this point I was looking at the bag a little bit more carefully. I was looking at the authenticity card that came with the bag, and this is where things started alarming. Like, you know, red flags started to, you know, fly in the air. So now another thing that I wanted to do with this video is help you guys authenticate some of your pieces as well. And so if you guys take, and let me just show you guys. So I keep all my authenticity cards, my Chanel authenticity cards, in these Louis Vuitton card cases. And let me just show you all of my cards. Alright, and so I have a lot. I mean, well, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you know, I have a decent amount of cards, okay? And aside from the vintage cards, all the other cards have this white circle, this let me actually give you guys an example. So here's an example of a card. It's a 29 series, so it's fairly recent. If it'll focus. Alright, it's not gonna focus, but anyhow, I'll show you guys some pictures just to show you guys. But all the more recent cards have a hologram, a CC hologram in the corner here. And when you tilt it, so it looks kind of whitish silvery when you look at it straight on, but when you tilt it at an angle, it should glimmer a little bit of a goldish coppery color. And that is an indication that it is a real authenticity card. Now, the card that I got from Hannah, from her bag, it did not turn shimmery gold. It stayed white, okay? And I'll show you guys some pictures with a real card right next to it so you guys can see the difference between a real card and a fake card. The fake card, I will also indicate with the red dot, just so you guys know which card I am talking about. But I also flip the cards around just so you guys can see that it is not because of the position of the card that the card you know, shimmers a little bit of a gold. Okay, it's because it was a fake card that it did not turn gold. So at that point I was like, wait a minute, I need to get this thing authenticated. So I actually hired professionals, plural. Okay, so I went to two companies. The first company is Sabina Lynn out there in Florida. She owns Sabina's Closet. She has been an authenticator for years and years and years. So she knows her shit, right? And so I have also purchased items from her, and so I completely trust her judgment. And she told me that it was a super fake. It was fake. She also told me was, again, on the card. So on the corner of the card, you see some of those words there. I know it's not going to come in focus, but the words on the corner of the card, it says Système Brevité. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but again, I will show you some pictures of two real cards flanking the fake card, and you'll see that the font of the fake card in the middle is off. Okay, so that is another way you can determine whether or not your card is fake or not. Now, since I don't have the actual bag with me, I can't show you other things that showed or that proved that this bag was fake, but from the leather down to the stitching, like these authentication services said that this bag was fake. Now, I wanted to get a second opinion, and so I went to Real Authentication, sent them a ton of pictures just like I sent to Sabina, and again, they also told me that this bag was fake, okay? And I'll show you guys the the letters that I received, and in both of those letters you'll see that they have the actual serial number, which every single leather good from Chanel has a unique serial code. And so, yeah, they both said that this bag was fake. Now, at that point is when I went to Hannah. I asked her, did you buy this, personally at Rue Cambon? Now, I knew it came from, or I thought it came from Rue Cambon because it had the white Chanel box. And then at that point was when she told me she had purchased it from someone else. Who, by the way, when she went to go and try to contact this person disappeared out of thin air. Okay, likely story. And also keep in mind that this was the bag that Hannah was wearing or using for a period of time. Like all those scratches on the bag itself came from Hannah. And so she was using this bag, a fake bag, as her own. Anyhow, I showed her the authentication, letters, and she also agreed to take back the bag, okay? And so, also what she had done was she also sent pictures to another authentication service, and this website is called authentifier.com. I mean, for me personally, I do not know, I've never heard of this company, but I don't know if you guys have. I'm not saying that they're not credible, but I just never heard of them. And likely because I'm here in the United States and not in Europe. But what was very fishy about this company is, so they said that the bag was authentic. So I get the certificate, or she sends me the certificate, and nowhere on the certificate shows you the authentication unique number of the bag. And so you can basically use this authentication certificate for any bag that is a Chanel Mini with gold hardware, caviar. And I'm like, what the hell? And so I also did email this company, but just to, see if it was the actual, serial number on the bag that they were looking at. But I never got an email back, go figure. Anyhow, I still did not feel comfortable with having this bag, and so I wanted to return it. I wanted my money back, and so she, like I said, agreed to take the bag back, and I paid for shipping. Now, I didn't think I should be paying for shipping, but I paid for shipping because, the amount for shipping is a small amount compared to how much I paid for the bag. I ended up paying, since it wasn't too much more, I paid $300 to ship this bag, and it was basically the fastest method, and I also declared the full value of what I paid. Now, this is where shit hits the fan, okay? So, when she received the bag, which was like 2 days later, it was supposed to get to her overnight, but it got to her like 2 days later. Anyhow, she was hit. Now, when I declared the full value of the bag, I also told UPS to indicate that this was a return on something that I purchased that I am returning back to the seller, okay, in hopes that she would not get hit with a duties charge. But when the bag got to her, she was hit with, I think, like a 750 euro, which is equivalent to about $900 US customs fee, and she paid it, and this is where she basically blew up. And she was so fucking rude. She was telling me I'm a scammer. She said that I was scamming her because I declared the full value of the bag, but like, bullshit. Like, who's the scammer here? Who's the one who sold me a fake fucking bag? And so what she did was she refunded me, but she also deducted the amount that she paid in duties. Okay, so when all is said and done, after the shipping both ways, after the authentications, I am basically out about $1,200 US. Now, that is not a drop in the bucket for me. I work hard for my money, and that is a lot of money. That is basically another bag. Maybe not a Chanel bag, but another bag. That's a lot of money. And so I also posted this on Facebook, you know, just to get some advice on what I should do, but you know, some of those posts have gotten taken down because they don't want the drama in the groups. But I'm just looking for advice. I'm basically posting this on YouTube because I could do anything here on YouTube, you know, pretty much. And what I want to try to help you guys, you know, authenticate your own pieces, but I also want to basically warn you when, or if you ever come across this person and do business with her, to be extra careful, okay? Because she obviously does not know how to authenticate Chanel, and I will reach out to Jerusha and to Charis to basically, you know, have them authenticate the pieces that they purchased from her as well to make sure that they're real. And here's the thing also, so she already blocked me on Instagram. And she's already posting things because I guess the post that I did on Facebook is coming back to her. People are, you know, contacting her and telling her, you know, what the hell. And so she posted something on her Instagram basically saying that she refunded me minus the duties, which right there she's already confessing that she scammed me, okay? People on Facebook are telling me that I shouldn't have paid a dime. So yeah, do you guys have any advice? Do you think what she did was fair? That's what I want to get from this video, okay? And just want to leave it at that. I need to get back to work. I am really busy and I just need to get some work done, and I will hopefully post this on YouTube soon, but I just want to know what you guys think, and just leave your comment down below. You know, warn people about what happened so those people don't get taken advantage of or scammed as well, okay? And hopefully I'll be around making more videos, who knows. But it was great talking with you guys again, and make sure you guys, one last thing is to go vote, because our lives are basically at risk here. So thank you for coming by and take care. Goodbye, you guys.